Good morning, ladies. I hope you're having a great Thursday. I've decided that I'm going to start going live in this Facebook group pretty much every day because so many of you are telling me that you feel like there's a bottleneck in your business. You feel like you don't know which one it is. Is it sales? Is it lead gen? Is it visibility? Is it offer? Is it whatever? So what I wanted to do is come in here today and talk specifically about strategy because I came up with an analogy today which was inspired by something I heard in a webinar yesterday, or masterclass, whatever. And it's the fact that strategy is the scaffolding, right? And so when you think about when you're driving around town and you see there's going to be construction on a building, what do they do on the outside if they're doing construction? First, they put up scaffolding, which is like the framework for the real work that's about to be done. So if you think about strategy as your framework, it is the thing that holds you so that you can go and do the real work. And so how many times have we heard online that all strategies work? And it's like, yeah, we get that logically. Like that is true. But at the same time, not all strategies work for everyone because if it does not feel like the right fit for you, for the season of life you're in, for your ideal client, blah, 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 then you will not consistently do the thing. And then you will never know if that strategy actually worked for you or not. So when we think about strategy as the scaffolding, it is the thing we can pick what kind of scaffolding we're using, whether it's wood or metal or steel or whatever. Whatever the strategy is that you pick, make sure that it is the right fit for you. And then we build that framework and then you get to go and show up in your energy, in your power, in your trust, in your certainty, with confident energy, right? Most of the women that I work with are very, very good at helping their ideal client once they're in. The part where they're struggling or that they're so frustrated is they can't get in front of enough of the right fit people in order to sell out their high ticket offers. So they're fully booked, making their 100 grand or more a year, and they're happy, right? So if you are sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, okay, wait, I'm going to show you how this works. This is a framework that I created this week with one of my clients. And it was just like, wait, who are the right fit people for you, right? We were talking about exactly what we're doing for the next collaborative event strategy. She's going to bring in six or more speakers, and she's going to have a collaborative event because she wants to get in front of the right fit people. She just signed a perfect fit client this week, and she's like on high about it, and she wants to get in front of more of those, right? This is her third right fit client lately, and she just knows she just needs to get in front of more of those types of people. That certain type, they all have a common thread coming and it's starting to emerge as a pattern, and she's just like, hey, what do I do to get in front of the right fit people? And I was like, boom, let's do it. Who are your right fit people? So I wrote it on my board, and then we just kept saying, she just kept talking and talking and talking, and I pulled out the pieces that she needed to know. And then I said, okay, what are the right fit people problems? How do they present themselves? When they first come into your world, like what are they actually saying? And then she kept talking and talking and talking, and I pulled out the pieces for her and wrote them all down on the big board here. And then I was like, okay, and how is it that you actually help that person with those problems? And she started talking. And first she wrote, like, she started telling me the generic things, right? But then once I kept asking questions and pulling stuff out of her, we got down to the nitty gritty of exactly why she's the best person to help them. And then at the end, she was just like, oh my God, the breakthrough. I'm cracking her wide open. She is stepping into $1 million frequency, which doesn't mean she's going to make $1 million this year. It means she's stepping into the version of herself that is going to make that kind of money. Does that make sense? So if you feel like you're sitting there and you're like, I've tried all the strategies, I did all the things and nothing's working, it's not because they don't work for you. It's because you've never done something long enough to see if it actually worked. And also, you have never stepped into a space with somebody who could get you the kind of clarity you needed so that you have like blind faith to take the next step and just go all in. That is not because you don't want it bad enough. That is because you have been trudging through the mud by yourself for so long and you're so frustrated, and it is time to stop that. So here's a little preview of what I did. I said, who are your right fit clients, right? And I wrote it all down. And I did that for myself too, because I thought that was such a fun exercise. And I was like, I wonder if I could just do that for myself. So if you feel like you need to know who your perfect fit person is and you want somebody to pull that out of you so that you can actually see it in a totally different light, then I'm going to ask you, what are your right fit client problems? Like, what do they actually come in saying? Because what they say they want or what they think they want is usually very different than what they need, and we need to know the difference between those things when we're marketing. but it helps a lot to know what they think they're struggling with, because that's what we go create the events around for topics and themes, so that we can pull the right fit people into your world and then pull them to that sacred space where they can go and actually experience the work that you do, which is the real work, right? We build the scaffolding to bring them in, but that's what holds the real work that you're about to do, which is you showing up in your energy, you showing up with clarity and certainty, you knowing exactly who you're talking to. You don't have to speak to the masses anymore. You're going to speak straight down the middle at your ideal client so that she hears you and knows right away. She doesn't need all the testimonials and proof and all the things. She just knows something in her heart ignites and she's like, I need to work with you. You shifted this perspective in me, or you said it in a totally different way, or I've heard this before, but this time it landed. Those are the people that are going to come through and be like, I don't know what just happened, but we got to keep doing this, right? That's who you want. And if you need somebody, that is literally my superpower, is to pull that out of you. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I just wish I knew exactly what I needed to do to sign my level 10 perfect, ideal, soul-aligned clients and stop worrying about all the rest of the crap online, then you need to step into a space with me. And if you don't want to commit to a 12-month program, that's okay. It's $1,000 a month to step into the Ambitious Academy with me, and we literally do the real work. The event strategy is the scaffolding that holds the framework, but the real work we do is the up-leveling and the constant ahas and the clarity and the whole, I just hit the spin or the wobble and I can pull you back onto track. Like, it's just like, it'll blow your mind. But if you're like, man, I just don't trust that this is going to help me, I get it. I have totally been there too. There's just too much advice out there, too much noise, and too many times you've done a course or a program or done another thing and it hasn't worked for you. So step into a breakthrough call with me first. I always say, if that's your Hail Mary and you're like, I just don't even know what else to try anymore, spend $197 and step into an hour with me and watch everything explode in your business, in your life. You'll just be like, what? How is this close? And I almost gave up and now I'm just exploding. Step into what I'm going to call my $1 million frequency. That is literally what I do. And it doesn't happen because I'm the guru. It happens in what's the word? Like, when in combination with me, I just have this ability to help somebody else come in and just like explode into their own next level. And it's not because I have all the answers. It's because I help you create it. It's a co-creation space. And if you don't trust, and if you don't want to commit, and if you don't, I get it. Just step into, I have a business breakthrough call first for $200, or I have a strategy intention. I can't even talk today. This is ambitious mom life at its finest. You know, when your brain is fried? I have 3 sick kids downstairs on the couch and they keep asking me for more stuff. I'm like, just give me a minute, I'm going live. A strategy intensive is 90 minutes with me on a call, or we can break it into 2:45s, but I really highly suggest you just go 90 all balls to the wall, ladies. And then it's a week of Voxer support afterwards, because inevitably, after you have a breakthrough and clarity and you know exactly what you have to go do, you will always hit a spin cycle or always hit that wobble afterwards, and you'll feel like, maybe I wasn't clear. I have to go all the way back to the beginning and start all over because this doesn't make sense. And I'm like, no. Hold on. And then I help you dig into where that's coming from, because it's usually imposter syndrome or some kind of self-sabotage, or you watching yourself not doing the thing you know you need to do that you said you wanted to do. And we dig into why, instead of just like, you just have to push through it. That's not how that works. We are very, very smart people. Women in my world who are attracted to my energy and attracted to me are very smart, capable, competent human beings. It is deeper than just taking action. We got to figure out why you're holding back, why you're overstimulated, why you're feeling overwhelmed, right? One of the things that my client said to me today, I said, hey, what would you add to this list? I did a little Mira's Awesome app for the right people. And she said, busting through procrastination is one of my favorite things about working with you. So if you don't have a list built of what you're freaking amazing at, do it today. Remind yourself of who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? And then go start acting like it. We don't have to worry about social media. That's another piece that I wish I could rattle everybody about. If you do not want to rely on social media, then please step into an event strategy with me, because it does not rely on social media. Social media is supposed to be social and fun and easy, and we've created this monster in the online space for coaches and consultants where it's just like, everybody will often say, I hate social media. How do I not... What did I see the other day? Somebody said coming into one of my events, I can't remember, I'll have to look it up for you, but it was like, how do I avoid the endless, like, it was like the endless pit of social media. It was almost like she thought her soul was like falling out of her into the never-ending pit below in social media. And I wish that you guys would have fun with social media. It is meant to be social and fun and entertaining, right? And it can be all those things, but if you're relying solely on social media, then you are literally breaking your own heart every day, and I don't want that for you. So, scaffolding. Strategy is scaffolding. It is literally you're building the framework for you to stand on while you go do the real work that you need to do. If you feel like you are just cannot find the missing piece or the bottleneck or the missing link in your business, then please step into at least a 1-hour session with me. It will change your whole life. Literally, the women who step into my space and into my frequency will say, I cannot believe where I am in such a short amount of time. Let's call me the breakthrough queen. Maybe I'll start owning that one. Coined term, Mara, the breakthrough queen. I help you get so far so fast. Please step into any type of container with me so that I can wrap my little hands around your business and freaking catapult you to the next level. It is what I do best. Okay, ladies, I hope you're having a great Thursday. You know where to find me.